Are you considering moving to either Ellicott City or Columbia, Maryland, and you're not sure which city fits you the best? Then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Amy Brown. I'm a realtor at Long & Foster in Columbia, Maryland, and today I'm going to be discussing the differences between Ellicott City and Columbia. So come along with me and I'm going to tell you the differences. Number one, they have different things to do. For example, in Ellicott City, there's a historic area which is on the main street, and it has one of the oldest train stations in the area. It has a lot of historic buildings. It's beautiful granite buildings. If you're into history or architecture, you're going to love spending some time down there. It has shopping, little shops, independent shops. It has restaurants and pubs. The downside is it's had two major floods. So some of my favorite stores and restaurants have not returned and are not going to return. So it's an area that is in transition right now. Hopefully it's going to come back stronger than ever. Another of my favorite things to do in Ellicott City is visit the Patapsco State Park. My favorite area is the Daniels area. It has great walking trails, and the bonus is you can bring your dog with you. If you're into kayaking, you can do that as well. There's a lot of shallow water that my dogs enjoy getting into. The downside is some of the areas have very little parking, so you get your heart set on wanting to do a walking trail, you drive there, there's nowhere to park, so you end up driving home. So that's a bit of a bummer. If you live in Ellicott City, you will find yourself often traveling to Columbia just for some of the restaurants, the shopping. There's a lot more to do. There's more nightlife in Columbia. Ellicott City is a bit of a quieter community than Columbia is. So that is a difference between the two cities. It's a lot more densely populated in Columbia versus Ellicott City is a bit more spread out, a bit more suburban. Right now, I am at the mall in Columbia, which is a favorite spot for a lot of people to come on the weekends, in the evenings. There's a lot of great restaurants in the mall, attached to the mall, and near the mall. We also have in Columbia the Meriwether Post Pavilion, which has a lot of great groups come to it in the warmer weather. And there's a lot of restaurants that are coming to that area. There's a lot of luxury apartments going up, I should say. And it's a very happening area. And that's not something that you're going to see in Ellicott City. So that's another difference. As far as the location of Columbia versus Ellicott City, these are really large geographic areas, so it's going to depend on where you're at in Columbia, where you're at in Ellicott City. But you often will have a 20-30 plus minute drive to Baltimore for commuting or to Washington, D.C. for commuting. So it's really a toss-up with that. Another difference between the two areas is the Columbia Association. The CA is what it's lovingly referred to. The CA has 3,500 acres of open space that they maintain. If you live in Columbia, you will probably be living on a CA property and you will have to pay annual fees. There are a few exempt areas that are out parcels and they do not have to pay the CA fees. Some people complain about the CA fees, but you get a lot for your money. They operate 35 facilities. There's an ice rink, there are pools, there are gyms, you name it. And if you live in Columbia, you can be a member of those at a very reduced rate. If you live in a CA property and you want to make changes to the exterior of your home, you're going to have to fill out and submit paperwork to the HOA, to the village that you find yourself in, and get approval before you make those changes. If you want a hot pink fuchsia front door, it's likely not going to be approved. The CA maintains a uniform look throughout all of the villages, and that's good news for all the property owners. It really keeps the property values high. So some people complain about the restrictions that the CA puts on what you can do to the exterior of your property, but really it benefits the homeowners. It's a good thing. Lastly, schools. What's the difference between Ellicott City and Columbia? Well, they both fall under the umbrella of Howard County Public School System, which, if you Google it and do your research, is an amazing school system, one of the best in the nation. So every parent you talk to in Howard County will have their favorite high school and will have a different opinion, but just know that Howard County Public School System overall is amazing. Do your research and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you have any questions about Ellicott City versus Columbia and which one would fit you better, give me a call, text me. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Having a really great day here, so I'm gonna go put a coat on, and I may venture over to the Cheesecake Factory. Thanks for joining me.